Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's tarot. Welcome, everybody who's in Australia, Canada, America, the US, the UK, and where else? Asia, and anywhere else that I might have forgotten. Welcome aboard today's tarot. How are you all today? I hope that you are all well. Apologies for my lateness this morning, but my tarot cards disappeared, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And so for a while now, I've been getting this feeling to start with another pack, but I've been resisting because I really love my tarot cards. Anyway, sometimes a tarot reader has to sort of use a different pack. So as my husband was frantically looking upstairs for my tarot cards, and I knew I had exhausted all options of where they might be here in my office, I thought, right, now's the time to start. So I picked the tarot card deck because I also teach tarot. I picked a tarot card deck and just pulled it out of this basket thing that I've got down on my shelf behind me that you can see. And strangely enough, I thought, oh my gosh, I have picked up the Aleister Crowley Tarot deck. Now, for those of you who aren't tarot readers or know much about cards, Aleister Crowley goes right back to the late 1800s and early 1900s from memory. I'm going from memory now. And he created and designed, he was very much into those spiritualist kind of circles and had a very strange viewpoint of the tarot. It was very much into that occult kind of vibe. Anyway, I usually use his cards if I have, like if I'm working with a client who's got several issues that need to be sorted out, because he nails it. The way in which his cards, in which he explains the meaning of all his cards, are very on point in terms of the multi-dimensionality of our personality and also of our divinity. And what I've noticed over the years, even as a healer, that it seems that you can heal one part of yourself and you think, oh, I'm feeling good now, and then another level shows up. And with the Aleister Crowley deck, he nails it right there. It goes very, very deep. And his images are quite galactic. So even though he was designing his cards at a very early time in our century, he was also demonstrating and showing now what I have learned in my lifetime, dabbling in all kinds of things spiritual, that he has incorporated what would you call traditional designs or traditional symbols of the tarot, and included on top of his own genius in relation to the divine forces of our universe. And so I'm going to read from here today. Ooh, very scary. I'm wondering what's going to come up. I hope I do it justice. I might even have to read some of Aleister Crowley's viewpoints, because it is quite spectacular. Okay, so today I'm going to ask you, because a lot of the tarot readings that I've got booked for February already are all about where do I go to in my career now. I'm feeling like I'm being called. I'm feeling like I need to do something, and I've jumped in and I've started this particular program, or I've started this little business, but I'm still in my other work, and I'm really struggling with the two, or I'm really struggling with the three. And also I've been getting the questions coming to me via personal message, and this is all related, mind you, that some of you are having a little voice inside your head that's calling you to up level, and you're not sure where to go or how to go about it, because we only know what we know, and we only know what we think we know. And so for all of us right now, we are stepping into the fully unknown, right? We all have to have a certain level of certainty. Would you agree? You know, comment below and say good morning to me. How are you? I'm giving a big kiss to all of you. What I want to say to you is we all operate from certainty. Very rarely do we operate from the big unknown because it's way too scary. And in my lifetime, I have operated in nothing but uncertainty. And I've jumped into the unknown so many times. And mind you, I do it with my eyes closed. You know, will I get up from this one? So I have taken those risks. You can call them risks. And this is how you up level. So, and this is how you cope, I suppose, with what you've already created, stepping into your unknown and trying to blend that in with your already known. In other words, you could be the kind of person who started a new little business and you still got a job and you're really struggling right now because you're trying to make the two and you really want to do the one. That's where your love is and you want to learn it and it's all there, right? So this is what I'm going to say to you. This might work for you. Keep your own job if you feel it's bringing in the money that you need right now, and be grateful for that because you've got it. And the risk that you've taken in this new project, imagine that you're at university and imagine that it is a course that you're going to do. And at the end of it, you're going to get a degree. However, if you've started a little business, just say, and you're struggling with the learning and everything, create a program for yourself. Imagine that you're doing a course and that you have to learn a certain amount during the week to get your assignments done. The beauty of it is there are no assignments to do. All you have to do is do the work and show up. Does that make sense? So when you get into a momentum like that, and having several degrees, I know what I'm talking about here, is exactly the same thing. That eventually you just do one little assignment after another, you do the learning, you do the training, you do it until you have got it nailed. Now, does that make sense? And you keep everything in balance. Your time with the kids, and you can do it. I did it as a single parent. So if I can do it, you certainly can. And I know there's a lot of single parents out there. I'm rooting for you girls. Come on, and dads out there, I'm rooting for you. You can do it. It's just now getting yourself into a mindset of how you can best up level. And I want to say this to you today with very strong words, without crying. Here I go. Right. I can use the word spirit, I can use the word God, I can use the word God force, I can use the word life force, I can use the word universe. It all means the same thing. There's just a different energy vibration. I really love the word God, so I'm going to use that word God. But for you, you put it in there, or you can say universe, right? Dear God, please show me how I can up level myself. Show me how that I can best do this because I don't know right now. Show me in gentle ways. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's as simple as that. Say the prayer and let it go. And then in your quiet moments, you'll have little signs that will show up, right? Here's what I want to say to you. God is helping you. God is guiding you. God is always there for you. Never forget that. Even if you are atheist, fine, that's atheist. You don't have to believe in religion, but know that there is a greater power beyond you, beyond me, beyond all of us. There's greater power. You don't have to give it a name, but there is a greater power that governs and that generates love at every minute. And know that that greater power is a positive energy, and that the only negative shit that goes into your life is created by you and you alone. So my message today is, say that prayer to yourself. Say that prayer to yourself and ask, because when you ask, it is given. and be very conscious about it when you do it. Does that make sense? So those of you who are struggling, right, because I've got a whole bunch of readings in the first week of February all about this, right? You know that I'm here to help you. That is my purpose. I love what I do, and I'm going to keep shuffling these Aleister Crowley's because these are very, very, very high level spiritual cards. And so because I'm shuffling them now, I'm just wondering what's going to pop up. So tell me, how has your day been? Share with me where you're at right now. Are you sort of cruising along a little bit now? You sort of done your hard yards, or are you still questioning? And let me tell you this, you do not need any qualifications to do what you're doing. You are your own brand. You have your unique signature that you share with the world. And if you're happy doing your job and working with the job you're doing right now, awesome. But there's a lot of you that are wanting to transition and do something more personal. And that is called, in the marketing terms, your personal brand. It's your personal signature to what you are here to do to help and benefit planet Earth. This is why I do today's tarot, because I want to help you, and I want to help you the best way I know how. This is my personal signature, right? There's a lot of things that I do outside of that, like I work with essential oils, and I'm an art teacher. You know, I'm an artist and an art teacher. What is my love? This, working with this. And this is what I have always been able to do. Even if I didn't have cards, all I have to do is listen to you speak. I read what you've written, and I can see the gaps in between that. And that's how I read. I've always been able to do that. Some people send me images of their own drawings, and I can see the conflict, or I can see what's going on. I can see what's missing. I can see what you can't see. Does that make sense? So that's how I read. And so therefore, when I'm reading the cards and I just let you talk, I can already hear what's coming up. So, and sometimes I have clients who don't like to hear what I have to say. And that is perfectly fine with me. It's because they're working from ego and they're not working from soul. And I talk to your soul. When I'm listening to you, I'm listening for what you're not saying, because that is where the key is. That is where the wound is, and that is where I shine the light. Does that make sense? Okay, so here we go, guys. What is Aleister Crowley going to say now? Maybe you want to have a look and Google him, Aleister Crowley. Friggin' amazing. Okay, I also like to swear sometimes. That too. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Here we are. Now, I don't know whether you can see that card. It smells like incense because that's what it's been sitting on top of. It is the Seven of Cups. Notice the water, right? And notice like these beautiful lilies, and notice the cup underneath each there's like these little water lilies, and they're all connected, and there around the outside you can see the traditional image of the cup, you know, or the Holy Grail, if you like, because cups are about the emotions. We've got the Seven of Cups here. What does that mean for us today? It means that there are new ideas coming, and they are coming through your emotions, and those new ideas are going to spark new projects. So for those of you who are in search of something new, be patient and allow the universe to talk to you. Say that prayer, copy and paste it somewhere and write it down. And when you do that, allow the universe, then give the universe an opportunity to talk to you, because it's looking for the best time when you're out of the monkey forest and you're going for a nice walk along the beach, or you're going for a nice walk into the bush. And when you're out of the monkey mind, then the universe will whisper to you and say, hey, have you thought about this? And that's how the universe speaks to you, in a very gentle little voice. Sometimes the universe can get fed up with whispering at you and give you a good boot in the butt, right? That's happened to me a few times too. And I know a few other spiritual people who have been ignoring their promise that they made. They get a good kick up the bum too, because you need to be in the stillness. And this card is about new projects, something new coming up. It is not quite ready. The 7 is usually, you could hear about it, and we need that certainty of knowing when. Well, the when will be when you are ready, right? When you decide that you want to take this on. Does that make sense? So for those of you, all right, so this is what I'm getting. For some of you who are online right now who've been wanting to fall pregnant, do everything you can with a detox to get you ready, right? Emotionally clear and get that body right. So that's a message for those people out there. For those of you who are wanting something new, it is coming. And for those of you who are thinking about retirement, now's the time to start working around that. And there's lots of change coming up with this card, but it's beautiful. So there is the Aleister Crowley one for you today. All right, now on top of that, I'm going to use these other cards today, not because I didn't like my archangels, but we're going to be working with the angels of Atlantis. There we are. Back in the olden days when I was very little, my father introduced me to the story and the legend of Atlantis, and I have followed it in every way. So who am I going to read for today? Good morning, everybody. Hi there, everyone. So glad that you are with me. I really love to see you all. And there's a lady here. Let's have a look. But I don't know whether I've read for you because the feed is slower than you guys are. We're not in my real-time talking. So I've got a girl here. Let's have a look. Okay, there's a Brenda Nicholas. Brenda, I hope you're still on, darling, because this card is for you, coming all the way from Atlantis. Love those legend stories. Sometimes I used to get a feeling like I was from there. I have a wonderful imagination, by the way. Okay, this is for you, Brenda, and knowing that what's for Brenda is for all of us right now in this time. Wow. The angel Gabriel, look at that. There's beautiful things coming to you. And now, Brenda, you need to find a balance in your life of business or work related, time for yourself and time for your family. Balancing that out, balancing your mind versus your action. This is a really good message for me too. Okay, so that is what it is. And you have a look at that beautiful image there. Look at that. Love it. And a balanced mind also. That's very important, a balanced mind. Now, what does that mean, Wanda? I'm telling you now, a balanced mind is all about, is your mind serving you? Are your thoughts serving you? Because your thoughts do not serve you if they're going in a loop, and that's how our brain works, right? Our thoughts go in a loop. And they have a string attached to them. They go right around and then they start again. It's like a bloody record player, okay? So the balance here is, if you're aware of your thoughts, if you know you're going down a dark tunnel, and this is what ultimately creates depression in people and for yourself, because, you know, you end up spiraling down with this, just created by this loop that goes down another loop, and you're living in the past, right? And then you go all the way down. Now you need to spiral yourself back up, and that's balance, right? Knowing where the negative thought is, and then knowing and saying, well, look, thank you very much for, I've seen that very shitty movie quite a number of times. I now choose to come out of this, you know, cinema, and I'm going to go for a walk in the sunshine and breathe life into your life, and think about using your imagination of what makes you super duper happy. And that's creating that balance in your mind. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. Okay, so that is for Brenda. balance of mind and balance of everything in your life. Now, if you have a look at this picture here, you've got the soul star at the top, which is in the middle. That's the new things coming. That connects very much to the 7 of hearts. All right, very much connected there. And then you can see that image of a man with his arms stretched out. Now, that is telling us some that is like our incarnation here on that planet. And this image here is taken from Leonardo da Vinci. And Leonardo da Vinci, you know, it was very much, you know, a genius in his own right. And he created this as a demonstration of the, how can I best explain it? He drew this as a demonstration not only of his understanding of the human body and of man, and man versus God, that we are one. It's all one. And there's another story I want to tell you that, but I don't want to hold up your time. But ultimately with this one, if you have a look at this symbol, this image here of what Leonardo da Vinci drew so long ago are the exact proportions of Buddha's face, because it is about the mandalic journey to ourselves with the understanding that we are divine. So this symbol has this impact that you are divine. And the sooner you get to understand that, the better. You are a part of the original spark, and your part of the original spark is your specific energy signature. And you can hear your own divinity with the ringing in your ears. We call it tinnitus. I call it your vibration. That's what you can hear. Your heartbeat, your breathing, and the tinnitus in your ear are all connected. It is your vibration. Guys, that's it for now. I hope that has helped. I'm sorry if I went a little bit deep. I'm just trying to help you get a bit further down the track. Once again, and I'll keep saying it, if you need a reading, if you would like one, and you feel you know, that it resonates with you, that you feel attracted to this, then by all means contact me by personal messenger, and we will get you going. Now, like I said, I just don't play the cards and go, oh, this will happen and that will happen. I work with you. I work with your soul energy. Why? Because that is my signature. And that is why I do what I do every single morning, Monday to Friday, except Saturday and Sunday. Guys, I love you. Be loving towards yourself. Fill your cup and know that you are loved. Okay? It's a good one for today. Enjoy your day, and I will see you again tomorrow. It's my granddaughter number 1's birthday. See you later.